words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Thanks. Nice.
Yeah.
Woo!
Under exercise.
Denise has got that video camera going so we can see that I just clapped for myself.
Yeah, it's Karl Werne and Jay Sennett here on our show here this morning as we count down to the happy birthday for Karl, who's getting ready to have a big show at the American Theater up in Hampton, and the one this week, this Thursday, as part of the Tidewater Singer-Songwriter Festival, the Sea Level Singer-Songwriter Festival on Thursday, opening up for Sarah Rose. So I must say that getting you to do this album has been quite a journey for me, Karl. You know, I've been talking to you now about this for years.
I'm willing to help you through this.
You're finally going to allow me to hear an actual studio album done by Karl Werne.
I can't believe, what this has turned into. I have songs that, for me, I could sit in my house and just write and record all day long. So these songs are like old friends of mine by now.
Yeah.
And how they've come alive with like banjo and dobro and upright bass and mandolin on this one song, and then another one is, Eddie Williams did a whole horn section on Monkey Do, and I have most of Big Virginia Sky plays on the opening song, which is How Much Love. And they will be there, the Lazar brothers and Scott Slay, and we even have, like, when Eddie, I sent him email with the song Monkey Do I was working on. He sent me email back with a whole horn section.
Oh, wow.
With him playing, like, 3 different saxophones and a couple of MIDI trumpets.
Wow.
And now to do it live, we're calling on old friends. One of his old students, Rick Rieger, will bring his sax, and David Britt from Hotcakes is bringing his trumpet, and Roy Muth will be there. We got a horn section.
Man, what a show.
Oh, my goodness.
How many musicians would you say are going to be playing in this?
20.
Really?
21 with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
All on one stage?
Yeah.
They won't all be on one stage at one time, right?
No. We have, there's so many, I hope not. Jim Palacio hopes not.
Yeah, I bet he does.
We did, one of the things I like is the different approaches in different genres. Mm-hmm. And rather than just have a big giant band play a big giant song after song, mm-hmm. I'd like to show the audience the different textures and the different approaches that we did on the CD, which in itself to me is mind-boggling. Mm-hmm. There's even, my neighbor is an orchestral harp player. It'll be on stage. He'll be playing it.
Oh, wow.
One song was recorded around a heartbeat, mm-hmm. and we have a Tom Frasada Rao
providing his heart?
Well, no, it was actually Lane's heart on the CD.
Okay.
Tom, he played a string section. He's got that magic violin that has strings down an octave, so it sounds like a cello.
Oh, wow.
And then he used another one. And to reproduce that live, Renee Izzy's going to step in and sit in with Tom. They're both going to have violins playing.
Great. On
top of this orchestral harp and a heartbeat.
My gosh, it sounds like a Broadway play.
Every song is like a movie soundtrack on the CD, and yeah, to pull it off live is bigger than anything I've ever been part of.
Wow. And
my job is just going to, the hardest part of my night is going to be to stand there and not cry through it, because everything hits me that hard these days.
Well, that'll be quite a birthday. Did we mention what you're turning?
50.
50 years old.
Yeah.
50 years young, we should say.
I always use I'm a whore. I always use my birthday as a marketing tool. Uh-huh. And if this CD release party lined up on my 50th, I couldn't have, planets couldn't have lined any better. I'm not really a big stickler, and I don't have a big thing about turning 50, but I'll use it, boy.
Sure.
It's in all the promos.
Might as well. Help Karl turn 50 years old. Come and hear his album.
Yo, Hooker, I thought I was doing great with you.
And we hope you'll buy one. That's your birthday present to Karl Werne. Buy one of his new CDs.
There have been a lot of people that bought it already. There's 205 backers on the successful $25,000 Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And they will definitely, as soon as, it's in mastering right now, and as soon as it gets out, those people will get theirs immediately. The rest of them we're going to hang on to until May 8th, because it's either a CD release party or it's not.
Right.
Kelly Murphy has been invaluable helping me put
Yeah.
this together and connect me with all the people that I need to be connected with.
Right. Again, it's May 8th. What else would you like to play for us here?
Well, I thought I'd do one that I don't ever do live.
Okay.
And
We always like those.
this is actually the one with the heartbeat. There is a friend of mine was telling me that we knew of a guy that he recorded a human heartbeat and he put it behind music and play it in like nurseries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were having, it had such a soothing effect and all. They moved it into surgeries and they were having a lot better results than they were the drugs they were using.
Wow.
So we had to try it.
Yeah.
So we turned up a USB microphone really, really loud, turned the speakers off, and recorded a heartbeat. We found out a few things very quickly. You can't use it as a steady click track because every time you see something shiny, it speeds up.
Yeah.
So I recorded like a minute or so. I went in and found like 8 beats that were pretty even and looped them. And we added all these echoes and spacey effects and Pink Floyd stuff. It was fun. A lot of crap on there. It was great. And we, when she left, I took all that extra stuff off and went down to the heartbeat and this breathing track, and I wrote a song called Safe on top of that. And it's a very, very personal song, and because somewhere between how personal it is and the heartbeat itself, it's impossible to do it in a bar and live.
Sure.
We will do it the night of the show, and I'm going to do it right now.
Excellent.
And helping me recreate the heartbeat is Ginny Hill is here with this
Ginny
big old
Hill.
mallet on a hand drum, and we're going to see if we can reproduce this song today for you.
Excellent. Here is Karl Werne here on Unearthed Sunrise.
Nice. Here we stand in this sacred place, with tearful eyes but face to face. We'll wash away without a trace anything but love. How quickly we have come to this. Had no time to reminisce. It's not so long since our first kiss we were so, so careful of. Admittedly, I'm not the first. And we went in cold and unrehearsed. We've seen each other at our worst. It's a wonder we're still here. But underneath each moment shared, there's been a safe, respectful air. It's like some favorite easy chair. Whenever you are near, you've seen me cry, you've seen me laugh, and after all the aftermath, I can't imagine one life path that you're not walking on. It's hard to know how to begin. Sometimes it feels like I have been a victim of what might have been, and that life had passed me by. But lately I'm amazed to hear an old familiar song so clear that melts away each pain and fear and reminds me I'm alive. So we will see what we can make. So if you'll say you'll take this chance to try our version of romance, well, I think it's time I learned to dance. The honor would be mine. So take my hand and I will lead. I'll also follow when you need. On one thing we are both agreed: this light must always shine. Now we will see what we can make of every day and breath we take. And so I'm clear, make no mistake, your heart is safe right here.
Wow. Hunter at Sunrise here with Karl Werne here this morning. And
I almost remember the whole thing. I threw an extra line in there in the wrong place.
oh man, that was some kind of song. And it was nice drumming there from Ginny Hill, I must say. That was really kind of nice too.
We worked out a whole drum solo, but she's going to save it for the show.
Oh, okay, good. Excellent.
Probably make it an interpretive dance.
Excellent, excellent. I hear she's very good at that. Well, I wish you luck with all of this. First of all, you'll be this Thursday opening up for Sarah Rose along with Scott Slay. That should be a really cool night of music as well, and that's at the Roper Center on Granby Street.
One thing I'd like to add, he's amazing at a lot of things that he does. Scott Slay is.
Yes, he is.
And I've seen him at the farmers market, and I love just. He did a lot for our community just showing up. He immediately played every gig he could get his hands on. As a sideman with everybody, he hosted all these folk jams and open mics and stuff. And to watch him with his loop station is amazing. And he's just as good as a flat-picking bluegrass player as he's a 90s rock gig all the way through.
Yeah.
When he really lights on fire, and what I usually do with him is when he picks up his mandolin and he's a sideman with me. Mm-hmm. But this show is not just going to be that. We're actually going to trade off as songwriters.
Oh, good.
And we're going to find out that he's a much better sideman than I am, so I'm going to be doing my homework and try to do him justice. But we're going to trade off, and you're going to hear Scott Slay original songs and my original songs. And
excellent.
Sit in with each other.
Excellent. That's this Thursday night at the Roper Center, TCC, Granby Street. It's the kickoff of the Sea Level Singer-Songwriter Festival with Sarah Rose as well. Oh, she'll show up, you know.
She's welcome to sit in with us, too.
She's welcome to sit in with us,
Just whole community-minded folks on stage. She might as well just come out and join us.
And don't forget the big birthday bash and CD release party. The name of the CD we haven't even said.
This little notebook.
This little notebook.
It should be renamed This Big, Huge Damn Notebook.
Yeah, that's right. Tons of notebook.
Yeah.
Call it tons of notebook. But
we're going to have 3 risers in the back. One with horns, one with strings, one with harmony singers. I'm going to feel like James Taylor up there.
Oh my gosh.
And another big one in the back with an orchestral harp and the band. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around the stage plot.
Yeah.
Is like emotional breakdown making.
Yeah.
It's
well,
big.
Let me be the first to tell you happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday to Karl Werne.
And you'll be there to kick it off, right?
I'm going to do the best I possibly can to be there to introduce this mammoth show. Unfortunately, I have to work that night, but I will try to be there too. Well, I will be there too.
I'll get you a good parking space and get in and out.
Yeah, it's just, if you can just have one of those spaces for a limo,
Yeah, if you just park behind my car, I'm not going anywhere.
Right. Karl, thanks for doing this today.
Oh, thank you much for having me.
Thanks for coming down and playing on the show. And as usual, this show will be on demand starting at 11:30 this morning. You can listen to the whole thing again. And we will have a podcast of this particular acoustic session posted sometime during the week, probably around Tuesday. And also check out our playlist when you're on our website, hunteratsunrise.com, and our concert calendar is also posted there. He sounds like he wants to say something else.
Absolutely. There's one more thing. One of the nicest things going on in my life right now is every other Sunday at Trade Winds Restaurant from 5 to 8. It's a real early gig. The whole wall behind us on that second floor, beautiful restaurant.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
But it's been very nice. We started off with me and Eddie Williams and John Timmy playing that Baby Grand. We've had, they dropped it back. It's just me and Eddie doing it every other Sunday. But we've had the likes of Kevin So, and last time we had James Atkins and Dale from Big Virginia Sky. We've had all kinds of folks sitting in. And the room itself lends itself towards a really intimate, nice connection with the audience and really nice musical moments. And I would love, it's slowly starting to build, and I would love to see it turn into a regular, steady, every Sunday thing, if possible one day. But if you haven't seen it, it's really worth it. It's one of the nicest things that I'm part of.
And it's at the Trade Winds.
Yeah, it's not like a bar room, and it's really, really nice to play with Eddie every other Sunday there.
Oh, cool. We'll have to check that out as well.
Yeah.
Karl Werne here on Hunter at Sunrise. I'm going to head on out of here. You've been listening to Hunter at Sunrise here on 89.5 WHRB HD2 Alt Radio, Norfolk, Virginia, and hunteratsunrise.com.